So these are the ramps that we're going to use for the trailer. I'm going to feed them through the planer here just to clean them up a little bit just because we can. What?
I don't know if you should comment on the fact that like that knocking and grinding noise is Tikka upstairs chewing on her bone.
If you hear noises in the background, it's our dog Tikka upstairs. She's grinding away at a bone upstairs and you can hear it through the floor. We're downstairs in the basement.
This is how to build a dream. In a world where he is faced with complex medical issues, one man is forced to redefine himself. He has plans to get healthy, plans to live, learn, grow, and love. He created a YouTube channel about doing things he enjoys and are good for his mind, body, and spirit. He dreams of becoming an actor someday, but also a better human being in the process. This YouTube channel is about positivity. He has big plans, but for now, it's all about things that make him happy. This is how to build a dream.
We're going to plane these sides, and then I'll take a hand planer and plane the edges and the part that's cut at an angle there. But we're just doing this for fun because we can. We'll pretty them up. I have some tung oil that we're going to throw on them. Now, I haven't used this in a very long time, and I only used it once for about 5 minutes. So just bear with me. Right now we have a little kind of a cheesy little setup. We have shot back hooked up to the dust collector. So we're going to see if that'll work. We gave it a good going over. Make sure that there was no metal left in it, but there's no guarantees with this old wood. Okay, so these are 2x8 planks, and I'm not going to go too crazy with them because I don't want to take off too much out of the 2-inch side of it. And this is plenty good for now. It revives it, makes it look new again. So these holes are for that metal piece. I don't know if you saw this on the video or not, but this basically just goes here. This might not be the right one for this plank. There it goes. So this just goes like that. And I assume they put that on there just to give it some extra stability, although I'm not sure exactly how much this would give you, but it probably adds a little bit. This is just, it looks like a conveyor belt with treading on it. So they obviously cut this out. And I would say that's what it is. It's some sort of conveyor belt. But this is just screwed into the board itself. It just looks like threaded rod, which is what they used on the trailer itself too. But it looks like threaded rod, and then somebody either hammered it down or welded it on to the nut maybe. So we got rid of these, and we got new bolts that we're gonna put in here, which are the same size. So we got threaded bolts that have the little metal clamp. I'll show you that. So they're sitting in some vinegar and water right now. It's a 50-50 mixture of vinegar and water. But you saw them on the other video how rusty and stuff they were. So the vinegar and water is taking most of that off. So we'll let it sit for a little longer. I just took them out and scrubbed them with a steel wool too. And that helped. So I'll let them sit a little longer and it can get at the stuff. In the same mixture, there's these guys, which I think you saw in the video. They were pretty rusted, so we just put them. We couldn't get the exact same bolt or leg bolt or whatever this is. So I just put it in the mixture and they're gonna look brand new by the time we're ready to rock. So I don't know if you can get a shot of the mixture. Eats away at the rust, clears it right out. It does amazing. I've done it quite a few times. Stacy was nice enough to give me that dish, or at least let me use it, and then I'll have to clean it.
He took it.
So, just to show you a little bit of a comparison, and I'm not even really trying. Like that's dirt from my hand, but like we just ran it through very slightly, very quickly. What if I do like a...
Maybe it just washes it out a lot, so I don't know what it will look like.
Anyway, you get the idea. This is pretty nasty. The trailer, like we use the same VIN number, I guess is what it is, transportation number or whatever. So when we got the paperwork for it finalized, it actually says 1998. It's a homemade trailer from 1998. So, and then again, they probably used old axles and old wood, so it's probably much older than 1998. But at bare minimum, this is from 1998, and it was well used from what we were told by the owner, or the owner's son, I should say. So we're just giving it some new life. So I might have to replace a piece or make them shorter, but that's why we're kind of doing this, to really get a good look. Okay, so we'll run this guy through, and if it doesn't work, if they don't work, we have new 2x8s that we can use. It's not really made to go in there, so.
Did you just decide to try it?
Yep.
Before I forget, I have a request. You're going to take all your clothes off down here.
You what?
You're going to take your clothes off down here.
Okay, so you can tell It's pretty rotten on the surface, but the inside of the wood is pretty decent for what we're going to be using it for, I think. So we should still be able to salvage these. It's pretty rotten up in here.
Excuse me.
Bless you. Yeah, it's pretty rotten up in here, so we'll see what we can do with it. But as long as it's strong enough. I mean, we're not going to be using the ramps that often or for anything super heavy. So if we have to cut them, we can cut them. But the other option, like I said, is we can use new planks if we need to as well. But I'd like to reuse these if I can. So we'll see what happens. See if I can dig some of this rod out. And I mean, they're pretty thick, so I can even go a little more if I have to. But for right now, they're pretty decent. You can tell, like, it definitely brought it back to life.
Mm-hmm.
These are the old nuts that go with this. I didn't bother putting them in the mixture because we got new bolts, so we picked up new nuts as well. But I'll keep them and put them in the mixture at some point so that I have those nuts. And then these, there was 3 of them where you can tell, so out of all these screws here and the washers, I mean the washers are still usable but they're pretty banged up, but out of all the screws came out fine except for 3 of them. So this one's still pretty good. You can tell it's got lots of tread left. The head on it's still great, but there was 3 that looked more like this. And as you can tell, the head on it, there's not much there. So when I went to get these, you could only buy them in a package where we're at. So I got a package and that'll give us enough to do all new screws anyway. So yeah, and then the washers, they only used on the top part of this. So there's 3 across the top. Sometimes these there's videos of these flying off and getting stuck in people's glasses. So that's why you always wear stuff.
Wow. Yeah, it gave you a nice little kickback.
Huh?
It gave you a nice little kickback.
Yeah. I really should have a guard on this, but I'm missing the little bolt. I have to get a little bolt for it.
You took a bite out of your hand once.
Yeah.
Is it with that type of thing?
Yeah. You can tell we already took 5 of them off, but they were on here.
Steak bites. Steak pockets.
Steak pockets. Yeah. So we just cut them off, and we have these new ones we got from Canadian Tire. Actually fit an actual 2x4, so they will go on here. And yeah, we'll weld those on after we get these cut. This is what they look like when they're on. We just cut this side.
Oh.
But
I was like, that's an old one.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not pretty, but gotta cut off. And then we'll give these a quick zip.
I just got like weirdly afraid of it flying back at me.
Yeah,
It's
smart.
slapping me in the face.
That would not be good.
No. I was like, my eyes will be fine, but take my cheek off.
Where'd that guy go?
Really hot?
Oh yeah, you can hear it sizzling.
Mm.
That's why I don't touch it with my hands. And we'll just grind off where the weld is here a little bit. See if we
Where's
can
the weld?
snap those off right here.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Just like so.
It's so strong. It felt zingy on me.
Oh yeah. And those are really hot. So now I'll just grind this up. There, and then I'll clean it up really well. But we still got to take this old board off and get the other boards downstairs. I'm going to cut out from some of the new treated plywood. I'll cut out the same pieces and then we'll put the 2x4s onto the walls, and then we'll come back and weld the stake pockets on, paint everything, put the wood on, the new wood, and then go get it inspected.
Today's the day that carnivores have their picnic. My name's Stacy and I'm going to show y'all about my John Deere tractor.
So today the plan is we're gonna take it all apart and we're gonna, I don't know, I think we recorded some of it, but we took those old
Stick pockets.
stick pockets, took them off. I'm gonna have to grind a little bit more now that we got the wood off. We got this down nice and smooth. And then we're gonna, I got those new stake pockets we're gonna try to weld on if it's not too windy. Then I would love to paint it. I don't know if I'll get to that today or not, but then it's just a matter of painting it and putting it all back together. And then put the wood on and the lights, and we're scheduled to get it inspected on the 24th of this month. Now comes the tricky part, but fun part too. Okay, come on. Okay, I'm gonna do one more. I can definitely see why people say that welding vertically is more difficult, especially for a extreme newbie like me. So it's not a great weld, but I think it'll hold. I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna do the inside. I'll probably do a weld on the inside too. I'm gonna throw another one here just because this one's fairly messy and a little one-sided. They say that you're either a good welder or a good grinder, and it looks like I might be the latter. But
You grind good.
I'm having fun, and it should hold, so that's all that really matters. I'll grind that down and make it look a little prettier, and I'll do another weld on the inside.
As long as it's secure, right?
Yep.
Sweet.
Thanks, babe.
You're welcome.
Good girl. You're such a good helper. Yes, you are. Good girl. So, we got all the stake pockets on, all 6 of them. My little Mastercraft, I don't even know what it is, goes up to 90 amps, I think.
I would say 75.
Oh, yeah, 75. My little welder did great, and I took all the nuts off of these guys, well, not all of them, but enough to get the frame off, because I'm going to have to pull it off in order to paint it. I'm going to have to basically take the whole trailer apart in order to paint it and grease everything. But we're going to bring it back up to the barn, so I'm leaving them pinned in. And she's got a bone. Yeah, the welder did great. I'm not the greatest welder, as you can tell. One of my best friends, Kevin, has a channel called Good Old Garage, and you should definitely check him out if you like car stuff and hot rod stuff. He is amazing at what he does. Incredible. He actually won Hot Rod of the Year, I think in 2019? 2020? But he would be very proud, not at my welding. He definitely wouldn't approve of the welding. He might be proud of me because this is the first time I welded by myself, and I'm not used to doing it, and I was doing it outside, and my body can get shaky at times and all that good stuff. But fact of the matter is, they will hold. I'll grind them out, make them look pretty if I want to, if I need to. But he would be proud because on all 6 stake pockets, the stickers are pointing up. He can be a bit of a perfectionist with himself, and I like to think that's one of the things that I am trying to absorb from him. I have a long way to go, but this was a lot of fun, and we're ready to tomorrow or the next nice day. I'm gonna grind all the rust off because we had brought it down, like we brought it outside for the trip down from Stacy's parents and left it in the barn. It oxidized a bit and got some rust, surface rust on it again, so we'll just go with the wire brush and get most of that off and take it all apart, paint it, cut some wood, put the wood on, put the wires on for the lights, and then we're booked in for the 24th, like I said earlier, to get it inspected. So what's his thing called? So one of my other really good friends, Michael McGraw Automotive Care. He's Michael McGraw, but his garage is called Michael McGraw Automotive Care. It's just outside of Antigonish. If you need any mechanical work done whatsoever, trailers, four-wheelers, UTVs, ATVs, skidoos, I think he does skidoos, cars, trucks, vans, whatever you got. He is absolutely incredible. He sells a lot of gear there too, if you need helmets and that kind of stuff. He's absolutely incredible at what he does. He's very good. He's been around vehicles his whole life. He's owned his own shop for a long time, and he's going to inspect this for us to make sure that it's safe to be on the road after we get all the other stuff done. And yeah, I think that's it.
Cool. Good job.
That's it. Thanks for stopping by the Dream, and we'll see you next time.